He was only 19 years old. It was his first combat mission. No experience, no reputation, just a cockpit, an enemy, and pure instinct. By the end of that flight, he hadn't just survived, he had unknowingly created a combat tactic that would reshape air warfare forever. World War II air combat was unforgiving. Fighter pilots were often barely out of their teens, thrown into battles where mistakes meant death. Training was rushed. Aircraft were fast, fragile, and lethal. Survival depended less on manuals and more on instinct. On his first mission, the young pilot found himself suddenly under attack. Enemy fighters closed in. His formation scattered. Radio chatter dissolved into chaos. He had no time to think, only react. Instead of turning away like he'd been taught, the pilot dove straight toward the enemy, closing distance at extreme speed. It wasn't planned. It wasn't taught. It was pure survival. The move shocked the opposing pilot, disrupted their aim, and flipped the engagement. At the time, air combat emphasized turning fights and defensive maneuvers. What this 19-year-old did, aggressive forward pressure, seized initiative. It forced the enemy to react instead of attack. Without realizing it, he had demonstrated a principle that would later become central to modern dogfighting: control the engagement. Other pilots noticed. What began as an accident started spreading through squadrons. Pilots who attacked decisively, instead of defensively, survived more often. Over time, instructors began teaching versions of the maneuver, refining instinct into doctrine. As the war progressed, air combat tactics evolved rapidly. The idea that aggression, timing, and initiative could dominate the skies became foundational. Future air forces would build training programs around these principles. The pilot himself never set out to change warfare. He was just trying to survive his first mission. History often isn't shaped by grand plans, but by young people making split-second decisions under unimaginable pressure. This 19-year-old didn't write a manual. He didn't command an air force. But in one instinctive moment, he showed the world a better way to fight. And like many of history's greatest innovations, it began with an accident. Do you think instinct matters more than training in combat? Comment below, and subscribe for more untold moments that changed military history.